So what is the state of India's environment? India has abundant natural resources in terms of rich quality of soil, hundreds of rivers and tributaries, lush green forests, plenty of mineral deposits, etc. So the black soil of the Deccan Plateau is particularly suitable for cultivation of cotton, leading to concentration of textile industries in this region. The Indo-Gangetic Plain spreads from the Arabian Sea to the Bay of Bengal are one of the most fertile, intensively cultivated and densely populated regions of the world. India's forests, though unevenly distributed, provides green cover for a majority of its population and natural cover for its wildlife. Large deposits of iron ore, coal and natural gas are found in the country. India alone accounts for nearly 20% of world's total iron ore reserves. Bauxite, copper, chromate, diamond, gold, lead, lignite, manganese, zinc, uranium, etc. are also available in different parts of the country. So India's abundance in natural resources can be very well known from here. So there is nothing to memorize or nothing to understand. We all know it is a simple geography that is said here. That is, the black soil of Deccan Plateau is suitable for cultivation of cotton. And due to this, there are lots of industry growing there related to cotton textile. Indo-Gangetic Plain is again a fertile area where cultivation is carried out extensively and densely populated region of the world. India's forest cover is also high. There is large deposits of iron ore and natural gas in the country. It accounts 20% of the world's total iron ore reserves. India is also abundant in mineral resources also. So, the development activities in India resulted in pressure of its finite natural resources, besides creating an impact on human health and well-being. India's environment problem poses a dichotomy, that is, contrast between two things that are resources contrast between two things that are or are represented as being entirely different. So all these things you no need to know. Just you can check this part, that is the state of India's environment, which shows its abundance in fertile soil and mineral resources. Rest again is the same thing, so no need of this part. Now, poverty is causing environmental degradation through cutting down of trees, overgrazing of animals, pollution of water resources and encroachment into forest land. Affluent living standards is causing environmental degradation because of affluence, that is in wealth. Demand for goods and services has increased. Higher demand necessitates the need for increase in production, and for increasing the production, the demand for finite natural resources increases. So it raises the pollution resulting from more vehicles and industries. So whatever is the reason, if I frame a question out of here, we can say that how poverty and affluence in living standard is affecting the environment. How poverty and affluence in living standard is affecting the environment. Okay, so first of all, poverty is leading to cutting down of trees, pollution of water resources, and affluence is bringing about increase in demand, which is leading to increase in production, and further it has led to polluting our environment through industries and vehicles. Okay. Now, what are the challenges to India's environment? Number one is land degradation. Number two is degradation of forest or deforestation, soil erosion, biodiversity loss, and air pollution. These are the few challenges which is threatening the India's environment. Let us discuss it now one by one. First one is land degradation. So it refers to decline in the overall quality of the soil, water or vegetation condition commonly caused by human activities. So it is a decline in the quality of soil, water or vegetation. Okay. And why is it caused? Due to human activities. Now it occurs through natural and man-made process of wind erosion, water erosion and water logging. So degradation of the quality of the land, especially of the soil, water or the vegetation condition, which is either caused through natural forces like wind erosion, water erosion, or through water logging. In India, land suffers from different types of degradation, mainly because of unstable use and inappropriate management practices. Such kind of degradation leads to loss of invaluable nutrients and lower food grain production. Poor land use practices are responsible for the land degradation in India. Now, so what it is saying that in India, land suffers from different types of degradation. Why? Because the land is not used properly. Okay, there is an inappropriate management of the land, which cause degradation and loss of the valuable nutrients in the soil, and leads to low productivity also. So as the land is not properly managed, not properly utilized, so that is why the degradation is high. Poor land use practices is one of the main reason for the land degradation. Now, what are the causes? Number one is loss of vegetation due to deforestation. So when there are no roots to hold the soil becomes loose. So degradation becomes much more easier. Overgrazing, encroachment into forest land, which is causing deforestation. Again, the same logic. It makes the soil loose and leads to degradation. Non-adoption of adequate soil conservation measures, unstable fuel, wood and fodder extraction. So collection of wood and fodder extraction also leads to unstable use of the land. Improper crop rotation, indiscriminate use of agrochemicals, fertilizers and pesticides, improper planning and management of irrigation system, extraction of groundwater in excess capacity, which is leading to, you have read in class 10 also, excess of groundwater extraction is leading to loss in the groundwater table. The groundwater table is decreasing day by day. Poverty of the agriculture dependent people and shifting cultivation. So there are 11 reasons. You can study any 6. Okay. Now next we will be coming to degradation of forest or deforestation.